as a member of a network of diplomats based in embassies and high commissions in key partner countries, of which, of course, Mexico is one. My role here is to work with Mexican government agencies, higher education institutions from both Mexico and Australia, peak bodies such as FIMPES, and academics and researchers to reduce barriers to collaboration, foster innovation, and share information that facilitates the incredible connections between our countries in these areas. Education and research is and has always been a central pillar to the bilateral relationship. This year, as Maru has said, 2026, marks 60 years of bilateral diplomatic relations between Australia and Mexico. Today's ceremony presents an opportunity to focus on the importance of our strong collaborative endeavours in education and in research. Together, we contribute to the broader knowledge exchange between Australian and Mexican higher education institutions, government officials, and international officers. The Australia-Mexico relationship has produced 4,121 co-authored publications between 2021 and 2026. The top areas of research collaboration include medicine, physics, astronomy, and agricultural and biological sciences combined. Australia is ranked 13th in the list of research partners for Mexico. This is a great start, and the future is bright. In 2025, we welcomed a number of UQ delegations to Mexico, which placed at their centre a desire to strengthen connections between Mexico and Australia in education and research, and the recognition of the potential for these connections to grow, especially in the context of shifts in regional and world geopolitics. Meeting like-minded partners at FIMPES and within its membership has resulted quickly in a promising collaboration. FIMPES has proven itself to be a long-standing, committed and high-quality partner for Australia in the internationalisation of research and higher education. Joining forces with the University of Queensland, one of Australia's top research universities, committed to growing collaborations in Mexico, means that this agreement being signed tonight has the potential to unlock new knowledges, new innovations, new technologies, new perspectives, and new solutions for persistent and shared challenges. The signing of this agreement between UQ and FIMPES in the year that we jointly celebrate 60 years of bilateral relations marks a milestone in the Australia-Mexico friendship and the commitment to education partnerships and innovative academic collaborations. I look forward to seeing the fruits of this initiative and thank both UQ and FIMPES for your ongoing efforts to strengthen the education and research relationships between our magnificent countries. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Alia, for those remarks, and we appreciate your support. I will now invite Dr. Bernardo Gonzalez Arechiga, Secretary General of FIMPES, to deliver the institutional message.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon from Mexico and good morning to our friends in Australia. I warmly greet Brett Lovegrove, Vice President Chancellor of Global Partnership at the University of Queensland, Claire Green and Kate Whelan, who have accompanied this process with great professionalism, and Dr. Alia Imtual and Andrea Valencia from the Australian Embassy in Mexico.
Sale, pues sí la tenía prendida, pero ya la apagué, sí.
Whose support has been essential in building this bridge of collaboration. I also greet Dr. Enrique González Álvarez, Chair of our Research Executive Commission, as well as Dr. David Mejia, Rector of La Rioja University, and Rector Carlos Lemus Muñoz Ledo from the Universidad Latina de Mexico, and also Vice Rectors, researchers, and representatives of our member institutions for joining us today. For FIMPES, the signing of this international cooperation agreement with the University of Queensland has a very special meaning. As mentioned by Maru and Alia, it takes place within the framework of the commemoration of the 60 years of diplomatic relationships between Mexico and Australia. This coincidence reminds us that academic cooperation is one of the most solid, generous, and enduring ways to bringing countries closer together. In Mexican higher education, we are witnessing two deep and long-term trends. The first is internationalization, understood not only as mobility, but also as the building of trust, the exchange of capacities, and the development of transnational academic communities. The second is the strengthening of research as a substantive function of our institutions. This agreement contributes precisely to both dimensions. It allows us to expand international engagement while creating conditions to promote collaborative research in high-impact areas. FIMPES, as you know, brings together 111 private universities with presence in all 32 states of Mexico. Our institutions operate more than 400 campuses, serve more than 1 million students, and offer more than 10,000 undergraduate, master's, and doctoral programs. We are a federation committed to quality, continuous improvement, academic integrity, and international collaboration. For this reason, we especially value this alliance with the University of Queensland, a university internationally recognized for its excellence in research, teaching, innovation, and global engagement. For our institutions, collaborating with UQ represents an opportunity for learning, openness, and growth. This relationship began in October 2025 with the support of the Australian Embassy in Mexico. Since then, we have identified a common agenda focused on research, academic exchange, and development of concrete initiatives. From that dialogue, two lines of work emerged, which today have been formalized as a first step in this collaboration. The first is our collaboration in the National 3-Minute Thesis Competition in coordination with COMEPO, the Mexican Council for Graduate Studies, and with the leadership of FIMPES institution. We acknowledge that the 3MT was created by the University of Queensland and now serves academic communities around the world. We particularly recognize the work of Eduardo Gomez, which is here with us today, from the University of La Salle, Ciudad de Mexico, and Patricia Villasana, also here with us, from the Universidad La Salle, Bajío. The 3MT is an initiative of great value because it strengthens an essential competency for doctoral students, communicating complex research with clarity, relevance, and social impact. This year, we closed the call with 37 participant institutions, compared to 23 last year. The 60% growth shows the strong interest in strengthening the public communication of research. Without a doubt, UQ's offer to host the winners for a research stay has been a highly valuable academic incentive. The second line of work is the Research Seed Fund, which will make it possible to stimulate early-stage collaborations between UQ researchers and academics from FIMPES member institutions. This type of seed funding can be decisive in turning initial conversations into projects, networks, publications, academic mobility, and long-term institutional capacities. Abraham León from University Panamericana and Rebecca Arevalo from Universidad Anáhuac, Mexico, participated in this project in a particularly important way. We're very interested in the research areas that we have identified: advanced manufacturing technologies, energy and resources, health and biomedical sciences, resilient communities and the environment, urban design and sustainable infrastructure, and sustainable agri-food systems. All these respond to shared challenges for Mexico, Australia, and the world. I would like to offer special thanks to the FIMPES Research Executive Commission, chaired by Dr. Enrique González Álvarez, as well to the institutions that have actively participated in building these initiatives. I also thank Mindy Reyes and David Marroquin from the FIMPES team for their collaboration. The signing of this agreement marks the beginning of a relationship that we hope will grow and become stronger over the years. It commits us to working with seriousness, openness, and a forward-looking vision. It invites us to build networks of trust among researchers, students, institutions, and countries. On behalf of FIMPES, I celebrate this alliance with the University of Queensland and deeply thank all the people and institutions that made it possible. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Bernardo, for those interesting remarks. And it is now time to hear from Mr. Brett Lovecraft, Vice Chancellor for Global Partnerships at the University of Queensland. The floor is yours, Brett.
Thank you, Maria, and my sincere thanks to colleagues from FIMPES for your engagement today. I'd like to start by thanking specifically Dr. Bernardo González Arechiga, Secretary General of FIMPES, for your kind words and your enthusiasm since our visit in October. You've really driven this partnership and helped it come to fruition so quickly. I'd also like to thank Dr. Maria Eugenia Bolanos for your work, your energy and enthusiasm, as well since our meeting in October, but also in ensuring that today's signing and all of the work at FIMPES has come together in such a productive and organised way. I'd like to thank Dr. Alia Imital, Counsellor Education and Research from the Australian Embassy in Mexico, for your initial introduction and your work in promoting the Australian education system in Mexico. We are so well represented so far away from home. It's a pleasure to be with everybody else here today. I can see that we've got a large number of people online, and it's a pleasure to take this next step in our strategic partnership. By way of introduction, the University of Queensland is a globally connected, research-intensive university. Our approach to global engagement is deliberate and partner-focused. We prioritise depth, alignment, and long-term value generation in all that we do. We work with institutions where there is genuine opportunity to collaborate and at scale and to have an impact. Within our global partnership portfolio, we bring together our global strategy, our student mobility, our international development and engagement teams to support meaningful institution-wide collaboration. Our focus is on building mutually beneficial partnerships that are not only academically strong, but that respond to shared challenges and help translate complementary knowledge into real-world outcomes. Within this context, Mexico is an important and growing partner for UQ. Our engagement is already well established. Over the last 5 years, more than 100 students from Mexico have chosen to study at UQ, including a strong cohort at doctoral level, an important reflection of the depth of our research connections. We're also very proud of our alumni community of more than 500 graduates from Australia living and working across Mexico, contributing to strong and enduring people-to-people links. Our research collaboration is equally strong. UQ is ranked in the top 50 universities in the world and is amongst the highest ranked Australian universities in terms of collaboration and co-publications with Mexican institutions. We have had more than 560 high-impact joint publications in recent years. These collaborations are focused in areas of shared importance, including food security, sustainability, climate resilience, and all areas where universities can make a tangible contribution. A strong example is our collaboration between UQ's Queensland Alliance for Agriculture and Food Innovation and CIMMYT, the International Maize and Wheat Improvement Centre. and through the Australian Research Council Training Centre in Predictive Breeding for Agricultural Futures, where we're advancing agricultural technologies and training globally connected researchers to accelerate more resilient and productive crops and livestock. This is emblematic of what UQ brings to partnerships: deep disciplinary expertise, strong industry engagement, and the ability to translate research into practical outcomes at scale. And now through FIMPES, we have the opportunity to extend this engagement further, move beyond individual collaborations with each of the institutions in FIMPES to connect with a national network of institutions and to scale corporations in a more coordinated and impactful way to benefit both of our countries. This system-level engagement is particularly powerful. It allows us to share knowledge more effectively, build new academic connections, and create broader opportunities for students and researchers across both countries. In an increasingly complex global environment, partnerships like this matter. They enable us to respond more effectively to shared challenges, strengthen our institutions, and equip our students with the global perspectives they will need. Our strategic partnership with FIMPES and all of its institutions are an important step in that direction, and we look forward to working together to realise the full potential of our relationships. Thank you.
Thank you, Brett. We'll now move to the next item on our program, a brief overview of the International Cooperation Agreement, which establishes the foundation for collaboration, research and academic exchange between FIMPES and UQ. Maria, I'll now hand back to you.
Thanks, Kate. As stated by Bernardo and Brett, this agreement establishes a framework to advance discussions in key areas of mutual interest. Notably, it highlights our collaboration on the Mexican National 3-Minute Thesis Competition, 3MT, which includes joint support to host 2 national winners at UK in 2026. Additionally, it lays the groundwork for a joint research seed funding scheme to stimulate early-stage collaboration between UK researchers and academics from FIMPES member institutions. Finally, it promotes broader academic cooperation in education, training, and research to continue elevating the educational quality of our institutions. Kate?
Thank you, Maria. We now come to the highlight of this session, which is the official signing of the International Cooperation Agreement. We now invite Dr. Bernardo Gonzalez Arechiga and Mr. Brett Lovegrove to sign their respective copies of the agreement.
This is quite an exciting moment. So now we ask Brett and Bernardo that once you have signed, please hold the documents up to your cameras so that we can capture this historic moment. We celebrate this agreement, which opens a new horizon of opportunities for academic collaboration between Mexico and Australia. Congratulations to UQ and FIMPES.
Thank you. To mark this occasion, we invite all delegates and participants in attendance today to turn on their cameras and join us for the official photograph of this ceremony, which we will take by screenshot. So we also invite you to either give a virtual round of applause using the reaction icon or simply by clapping along.
Congratulations, Bernardo.
Congratulations, Brett,
Maria.
to you and your team.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much, everyone. As part of this commemoration, we open a space to hear brief reflections from the academic authorities involved in this effort?
We begin by inviting Dr. Enrique González Álvarez to share his remarks.
Thank you so much. Good morning in Australia. Good afternoon in Mexico. Distinguished guests, Brett Lovegrove, Claire Green, and Dr. Alia Intual. Distinguished representative of FIMPES member institutions. For the FIMPES Executive Commission for Research, this collaboration agreement with the University of Queensland represents a strategic opportunity to strengthen the research, innovation, and advanced training capacity of our members' institutions. We share with the University of Queensland the conviction that university research must have scientific, social, and human impact, and that international partnerships are essential to addressing complex challenges in an increasingly interdependent world. In the short term, this collaboration will allow us to promote two concrete initiatives of great value. The first is the standing of the 3-minute thesis competition as a mechanism to develop scientific communication skills, and they provide greater national and international visibility to the doctoral talent of our universities. The second is the promotion of research seed funding aimed at facilitating development of collaborative projects between researchers for the University of Queensland and FIMPES member institutions. Our goal is the real-lasting academic network, foster new research agendas, and create future opportunities for international funding. We are convinced that this agreement marks the beginning of the fruitful academic collaboration, passes on excellence, trust, and the joint construction, the knowledge that is useful to all societies. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, President González Álvarez. And it is now time to hear from Claire Green, representative of the University of Queensland.
Good morning and good evening, colleagues and partners. It's a pleasure to join you for this signing between the University of Queensland and FIMPES. Let me begin by recognising the very constructive and collegial way this partnership has developed. From our earliest discussions, there has been a strong sense of openness, shared purpose, and a genuine commitment to making this collaboration deliver in practice. What makes this partnership particularly distinctive is that it connects us not with a single institution, but with a network of high-caliber universities across Mexico. That creates a flexible platform for engagement, one that can be led by academic opportunity and shared priorities. This agreement reflects a common ambition to strengthen connections between Australia and Mexico, and to create meaningful opportunities for our researchers, our students, and our institutions. Importantly, this work is already underway. We're pleased that the 3-minute thesis competition across Mexico, in collaboration with COMETBO, is already underway, and we look forward to welcoming the winners to Brisbane. In parallel, the UQ-FIMPES Joint Research Seed Funding will support early collaboration between academic teams and help build sustained research links. From UQ's perspective, Mexico is an increasingly important partner country. We see this agreement as a significant step in deepening that engagement through academia and in working together on shared challenges. I'd like to thank colleagues from FIMPES, its members, the team at the Australian Embassy, and of course, my colleagues here at UQ who have worked so closely to bring us to this point. We look forward to the next phase of this partnership and to translating this agreement into tangible outcomes for our academic communities. Thank you.
Thank you, Claire. Finally, we invite Brett Lovegrove to share some closing remarks on behalf of UQ.
Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Claire. So again, just in closing today, my sincere thanks to Dr. Bernardo Gonzalez Arrechega and the FIMPES team, and of course to you, Dr. Maria, as I mentioned before, for your energy and enthusiasm, and to Dr. Enrique Gonzalez Alvarez, Professor of Universidad La Salle and Chair of the Research Committee. I think in thinking about your role as Chair of the research group of FIMPES and reflecting on our first collaboration already taking shape through the 3-minute thesis competition, I reflect on the founder of the 3-minute thesis at the University of Queensland, Professor Alan Lawson, who was formerly our Deputy Vice-Chancellor Research. Professor Lawson had a vision that the 3-minute thesis competition would support the next generation of globally connected researchers, but it also would ensure that through the 3-minute thesis, PhD students were able to clearly articulate how their thesis and how their research work would have an impact, how it would have a significant or result in a significant change to the environment in which we live in. It's something that's been enduring, or a competition that's been enduring at the University of Queensland for nearly 20 years, and we're very proud, and Alan is very proud, to see it now progress into our relationship between UQ and FIMPES. I'd also like to again say thank you to Dr. Alia Imatel from the Australian Embassy in Mexico for your support and partnership today. Australia's education system is so well represented by you and your network of educational counsellor colleagues in embassies around the world. Our partnership between University of Queensland and FIMPES is not starting from scratch, and our agreement is simply the next step in the strategic relationship. The second collaborations that we're working on beyond the 3-minute thesis is our joint research and seed funding programs, which will enable early stage collaboration between our academic communities. This is especially valuable in creating space for new ideas to emerge, ideas that can grow into larger, externally funded projects that are more enduring partnerships between individual institutions and between the FIMPES system and UQ. Together, these initiatives show what is possible when we connect our communities with a shared purpose. Importantly, today's agreement is deliberately enabling in nature. It is designed to support collaboration as it grows organically across areas of shared strength and interest. We see this as an open invitation to staff and students from UQ and from FIMPES institutions to explore, connect, and co-create through research, mobility, and new forms of engagement. We're excited here at UQ to see what emerges, and we look forward to many years of partnership with FIMPES. Thank you to everyone for your time today and for your shared commitment to advancing higher education and global collaboration. Back to you, Dr. Maria.
Thank you very much, Brett. On behalf of FIMPES, we deeply appreciate the participation of all the authorities, representatives, and institutions that made this alliance possible. This agreement is, without doubt, a driving force to strengthen our research vocation and global collaboration for the benefit of our community.
We are confident this collaboration will lead to impactful initiatives across our institutions. We greatly appreciate the presence of all of the valued partners and representatives here today, and it's been a pleasure sharing the floor with you, Maria.
Thank you very much, Kate. With this, we conclude the signing ceremony for the International Cooperation Agreement between FIMPES and the University of Queensland. Thank you very much, all of you, for joining us. Good afternoon from Mexico and good morning in Australia. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.